With a person dying every 30 seconds from a hepatitis-related illness, even in the current COVID-19 crisis, it is crucial to act on viral hepatitis. As we are aware that 28 July is Hepatitis Day, we at MediCircle are conducting Hepatitis Awareness Series. Through this series, we aim to raise awareness about what can be done to prevent the spread of hepatitis and educate people about many forms of it, which are preventable and can be treated if detected early. Hi, this is Sana Khan, and today in this initiative, we are going to speak to Dr. Vaibhav Somani. Dr. Vaibhav is a top gastroenterologist and hepatologist at Bombay Hospital. He is the winner of Asian Young Endoscopist Award in 2017 by Korean Society of Gastroenterology. He has a career spanning almost 12 years in various renowned hospitals of Delhi and Mumbai. His MBBS was followed by a DNB in internal medicine and then a specialization in gastroenterology. He has an analytical bent of mind and was an active co-investigator in phase 3 clinical trials. He's a published author of multiple articles, case reports, presentations, and a book. Please welcome him to the show. Hi, Dr. Vaibhav. How are you?
Hello, Sana. Thank you so much for your kind introduction.
It is our pleasure, sir. Okay, so Dr. Vaibhav, to begin with, what is the difference between hepatitis A, B, and C?
So hepatitis, there are only A, B, and C. We'll talk about A, B, C, D, and E. There is something called as G also, which we'll skip, which is not seen much. So A and E, these are all food or waterborne hepatitis, which we normally see, like jaundice, what we say, and which recover on its own or sometimes with little medications. And they are not transmitted or maybe rarely transmitted by blood or any sexual contact. B and C are the main viruses, which are chronic viruses, which lie dormant in the body for many, many years without causing any symptoms. And by the time the symptoms come, there is already damage to the liver. So these two are very dangerous viruses, hepatitis B and C. And they are usually most commonly, B is transmitted by mother to child most commonly. Second mode of transmission is sexual transmission, and also by needle stick injuries in healthcare workers, and also by IV drug abuse and blood transfusions, which is very, very rare these days. And hepatitis C is most commonly transmitted by IV drug abuse, and sexual transmission and mother to child transmission are other less common modes of transmission of hepatitis C. So A and E are majorly acute illnesses which settle down on its own or with milder medications, supportive medication, while B and C causes chronic damage to the liver, leading to liver cirrhosis, liver cancers.
Okay, Dr. Vaibhav, kindly provide an overview of vaccinations for hepatitis, क्योंकि इसके बारे में ज़्यादातर लोगों को confusion रहता है, कोई idea नहीं है. Can you please elaborate on this?
So amongst all the hepatitis viruses, the vaccination is available for two, hepatitis A and hepatitis B. Other vaccinations are not available, unfortunately. So hepatitis A has very simple vaccinations available very easily. And I have been one of the co-investigator of one of the four trial of hepatitis A vaccine in Mumbai. And hepatitis B vaccine is included in our national immunization program for children, and it is given to all the children at 0, 1, and 6 months. There are 3 doses, and we can take booster doses every 5 months. This is very important for especially healthcare workers like nurses, doctors who are in contact with the blood of patients and other body fluids of the patients. Also, it is important to give it to the spouses of patients of hepatitis B. And it is not very costly and easily available everywhere.
Okay.
So only these 2 vaccines are available.
Okay, and rest of the vaccines have yet not been.
No.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So, doctor, do certain health conditions like diabetes aggravate the chances of a person getting hepatitis?
So diabetes doesn't aggravate the chances of getting hepatitis, any type of hepatitis for that matter. But yes, once a patient with diabetes, especially long-standing diabetes, obesity, they have some liver damage, especially fatty liver, and also whenever they get hepatitis, it is more severe form of hepatitis, which is milder in patients who does not have diabetes or obesity. So these patients tend to have more severe form of hepatitis, and chances of liver damage and complications are more in this patient. But it per se, there is no increased risk of developing hepatitis.
Okay. My last question would be, are people with the viral hepatitis in any way at more risk of developing COVID-19? Because this is the most trending topic these days. So,
So no, patients with viral hepatitis, especially B and C, which are chronic, there is no increased risk of developing COVID-19. But
okay.
yes, the patients with hepatitis B and C, especially in those who have developed cirrhosis, if there is infection with COVID-19, they have more complications and a stormy course. But as such, there is no increased risk of developing COVID-19.
Okay. Thank you so much, Dr. Weber, for your valuable time and your insights for our viewers today. It was a pleasure.
Thank you, my
Thank you
pleasure.
so much.